What's going on, everybody? My name is Tenebris Infinite, and welcome back to 30 Days of Traps with Tenebris. For today, we're going to be doing our first medium-sized trap, and this is a hell of a banger, my dudes. This trap is a fantastic concept, and so far has been working perfectly in this game, which I'm very happy to say because I was a little nervous jumping from the small traps to the medium traps, but I'm very happy to say that this is a successful trap and you guys should all try this out. So we're on to trap number 11, and after finishing up our small size traps, I thought it would be good for us to start moving into some traps that have a larger impact and have a more destructive force behind them. So the trap we're going to cover today is a trap I'm calling the Rolling Thunder. And so the idea behind this trap is it requires 6 compressed air tanks, and you put out your 6 compressed air tanks with 2 sets of 3. And then what you want to do is you want to set an explosive gas tank in between the middle of each of these sets of 3. And then you'll want to put an explosive gas tank right in the middle. And then you'll put the large EMP in between the gas tanks and the compressed air tanks, and one final EMP right in the middle here. And the idea behind this trap is that it is a large area effect explosive at the same time as being an EMP trap, at the same time as also being an efficient smokescreen trap, so that way you can work under the cover of the smokescreen when you've got your enemies either paralyzed or close enough to the point of being taken out. So with the brief explanation of how to set up the trap and small demonstration of its blast force out of the way there, I think it would be good for us to jump off and just start looking at some examples of this trap in action. And then afterwards, we'll talk a little bit about the finer details of this trap. So for our first example here, we're going to be showing off this trap against some hunters. And I find that this trap is incredibly effective for the large groups of hunters because it not only has enough blast power to actually take down the Phoenix hunters, but it's also an incredibly efficient EMP trap, which can a lot of times be incredibly useful when fighting against these hunters. Now next up is another area where I think that this trap really shines, is its ability to utilize all 3 factors of the EMP, the smokescreen, and the destructive capability all in one here. So you'll see me demonstrate this against a pack of doggos, and then have to clean up a few hunters that get thrown into the mix because I used a large lure here. And then lastly, this is probably my second trap that I've put out so far that is a really efficient harvester trap. So in order to get harvesters to come to your trap, a lot of times you need a lot of patience because they move so slow. But if you can manage to pull this off against a harvester, or if you can lay it in the path that a harvester is already following, this trap can be very, very effective against them. The time that you have them paralyzed for, and the ability to destroy the doggos with just a single bullet means that you'll be able to conserve ammo overall when you're fighting against harvesters. So there you guys go. As I said, it's a very impressive trap, and it is very, very effective against large groups of hunters, large packs of runners, and even harvesters if you can set up your situation just right. This trap is a great trap because it both serves the purpose of offense and defense at the same time. With you creating that smoke screen, a lot of times it will give you the opportunity to kind of work within that smoke screen to take out whatever enemies are left after you're done setting off the trap. But on the other hand, this trap has enough destructive force to take out Phoenix hunters and the Phoenix runners very, very easily, and does a decent amount of damage to the larger enemies. So this is in no way a harvester killer or tank killer just yet, but it is still an incredibly effective trap to use against them due to the EMP effect and also due to the smoke screen effect. So there y'all go. Trap number 11. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed the first medium-sized trap that I've come up with here. We've got a whole bunch more of them to go through. Some of them get pretty crazy here in the game. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are having fun testing out the traps that I've come up with here in Generation Zero. If you are, let me know about it down in the comments. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.